Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be bringing you guys the Super Bowl. Today we're going to be playing the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Dallas Cowboys are a bit of a surprise team to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. They certainly weren't the top team in the NFC, but I'm excited to see what they can do here in the Super Bowl. I don't know if they're going to match up well against us or not, because in the past they've been difficult for me, but I haven't played them yet this year in this franchise. With all that being said, in addition to that, we have a couple of awards here on the season. Ben Roethlisberger confirmed MVP. Mike Tomlin won Coach of the Year. And then as well as that, Devin Bush won Defensive Player of the Year. And Best Quarterback went to Big Ben. Best Wide Receiver went to Juju Smith-Schuster. Best O-Line to David DeCastro. Best Linebacker to Devin Bush. Best DB to Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Best Kicker to Chris Boswell. So we had a ton of awards this year, so always good to see that. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hop into the game because I don't have any other assignments to do this week, and we're going to see what we can do here in the Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys. They are an 87 overall, so they're looking like a real legitimate threat at this point. We'll see how they fare. Usually DeMarcus Lawrence gives me a lot of problems. He's one of the ones that tends to kind of really get after my quarterback, and I've had games, at least last year in Madden, where he's sacked me 4 or 5 times all on his own. So we'll see what happens here. Kickoff's going to be to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to be back to return, and Rondale Moore is going to take this one out. Takes it up to about the 29-yard line. Ben Roethlisberger coming out in Super Bowl MVP form. We'll see what he can do here on the season. 4,700 yards, 53 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. As you guys can see there, Big Ben having a fantastic season, probably the best of his career, or one of the best of his career. We'll see what this defense is like. Like I said, they do pose a bit of a threat. I don't know that their defensive line as a whole is necessarily the best in the world. I know DeMarcus Lawrence is probably one of the better pass rushers that there are in the league. Eric Ebron's going to go down with an injury early here. Let's go with the counter weak. I don't know how I feel about the counter weak. We're going to try and run it, try and pick up the yardage. Connor is going to get a couple on that one. We might be looking to chase Claypool on this. We'll see. An underthrow by Big Ben. Juju does come down with that catch. I thought he might have dropped it there, but a nice catch by him. Eric Ebron almost sealing his fate as a Pittsburgh Steeler. He made some great catches in the Tennessee Titans game and other games as well. We really kind of want to bring him back, but the problem is that we just probably aren't going to have the money to be able to do so. And with that abdominal injury, that just kind of seals his fate as a potential cap casualty of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're probably going to have to move on from him and not re-sign him to a contract when the offseason rolls around here. Deontay Johnson with a beautiful catch on the side. Having no problems on offense yet moving the ball, so this is all good news here. I don't know how I feel about that play. Inside zone, maybe? Inside zone split. That's going to be a good block by Deontay, too. That's going to spring us up to about the 9-yard line. 3 rushes for 23 yards here for Anthony McFarland. Him having a pretty good game. We're going to go and lean on Albert O. Actually getting some action here in the Super Bowl. And I thought he might have come down with the catch. He does not. He's going to drop that one right at the goal line. About as close as you can get. McFarland going to take the ball up to the 5. We're going to end up with a 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Going to potentially look for Deontay Johnson coming across the middle here. Throw that one out of the back of the end zone. There was a lot of traffic, and I did not feel particularly comfortable about what I was seeing. So we're going to boot that one through the uprights. Take an early 3-0 lead with 4:59 left in the first quarter. And we're going to hand the ball back to the Cowboys with an opportunity for them to prove what they can do on the offensive side of the ball. Now, the interesting thing is they don't have Dak. That's one of the biggest storylines that's happened here in the franchise. Dak walked away from the Cowboys, or I guess they walked away from him, however you want to phrase it. And former first-round pedigree Mitchell Trubisky is in at quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. We'll see what they're able to do here on offense. They do have a lot of fantastic players. Oh, and on his first pass, he almost throws an interception to Devin Bush. Devin Bush unable to come up with that one. But, man, that would have been game-altering right there if Devin Bush would have come up with that interception. Ezekiel Elliott unable to find any room. Devin Bush does a nice job of evading the offensive lineman and coming through for a loss there. We're going to bring Edmonds down to cover the, and I'm trying to get off the, oh, someone get there and pick it. Just trying to get off the linebacker, stuck on the linebacker, but Trubisky gets rid of the ball quick, and it's going to be tipped and not intercepted. So it is going to force a punt here. 3 and out, if I'm not mistaken, by the Dallas Cowboys on their first drive. Rondell Moore going to take us up almost, well, not almost to the 50, but getting us close enough. And we're up to the 44-yard line. Looking for a better play. I don't really like what they're giving me here early on. They're not giving me, I mean, holy cow, look at that defense. So two X-Factor linebackers, a superstar linebacker, and then the superstar, I believe Lawrence is an X-Factor on the D-line. I could be wrong. But their front seven does not look pleasant. So, yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence, no. They don't have DeMarcus, yeah, they do. Okay, over there on the edge. What am I talking about? They have 3 X-Factors on their front seven. Speaking of which, I'm kind of curious who is the, was DeMarcus Lawrence off the line of scrimmage? Who is that? Who's 54? Is that that's Jalen Smith. So then who's 50? Barr. Oh, they got Anthony Barr in the offseason. That's an interesting pickup for them. That's for sure. Linebackers do, and the D-line too, do a nice job of reading that screenplay. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 13 situation. We're going to go verticals here. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick this up, but we are going to put Anthony Do we want to put Anthony McFarland on a slant? I like the idea of putting Gentry on a slant just because he's a bigger body. Oh, and that's going to be a nice play by the defender. Number 25 does a good job of turning around on a dime and getting that pick. Xavier Woods, that's going to be on Zach Gentry, picking off Ben Roethlisberger. I was hoping to lead that pass a little bit more, but I threw it on a bullet. I was trying to do, and this is a common mistake for me, I was trying to do a finesse throw or whatever it's called to try and drop it in there past the linebacker. That's going to be a tough mistake for the Steelers. Good hit by Devin Bush. Devin Bush laying down the law here early. You're not going to come across the middle against Devin Bush without getting a nice hit. Elliott able to pick up a nice chunk of yardage there. Takes them down to about the 25-yard line. That turnover is looking to prove costly for the Steelers. We're going to blitz. No, we're not going to blitz Devin Bush. We're just going to leave this play as is. Devin Bush able to make that tackle. And they're not going to score before the end of the first quarter, so it's still going to remain a 3-0 lead at the end of one. They are coming out here and looking to try to spread out. Oh, I don't like what just happened. We're resetting that. Elliott gonna get into the end zone for the touchdown. A bad job of tackling there by the Steelers defense. Gonna allow Elliott to get in for that touchdown. And Dallas is going to take a 7-3 lead at the beginning of the second quarter. 8:55 left, so a lot of time left in this first half. Rondell Moore back to return yet again. Unable to get back to the 25. We're going to put Gentry on a streak because I think he might get open there. I know, fantastic catch by Gentry. He's a super low overall, but man, does he have the ability to go up and get a ball. That's a quick strike. That's going to get the Steelers near midfield and potentially put them in position to make something good happen on this drive. I tried to switch on to Chase Claypool. I was unable to switch on to him for some reason to go over and attempt to catch that ball. We're going to go with Salem on this one. We're going to go verticals, actually, because I think they're covering the Salem play pretty well. We're going to dump off to McFarland. Big Ben, 6 of 10, 70 yards, 1 interception. We're going to go with the PA deep cross and see if we can't draw this defense in. And we should be able to hit them almost for a touchdown. Juju unable to keep himself in bounds, but it's going to take us down to the 9-yard line and set us up in good scoring position. Again, we're going to have a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. That's exactly where we were the first time around. We were unable to get any... we were unable to get points, or a touchdown rather, I should say. We were able to get the 3 points on the play. They want us to power this up over the middle. I don't know that I like that too much. I don't know why that's all they're giving us. We're going to go something out of a shotgun and try this trap play because I think we'll get some good blocks. James Conner does a fantastic job of getting underneath the tackle and reaching into the end zone. James Conner's going to give Pittsburgh the lead. I want to watch that one more time because I want to see James Conner's effort to get himself into the end zone. As you guys can see, he ducks underneath of the tackle and gets himself across the goal line. A fantastic job there as he... Cam Hayward did a fantastic job of putting himself into the backfield. Unable to get to Trubisky on the play, though. And I believe that's Steven Nelson that wasn't able to come up with the interception. It looked like he had a great shot at it and just unable to get that secure the catch. Minkah Fitzpatrick and Antoine Brooks Jr. combined for the tackle on that one. And a nice batted ball there by Justin Lane. Justin Lane getting his hand in there, able to disrupt the catch and prevent them from making what could have been a 1st down completion. Another completion for Trubisky here, though, with Joe Hayden making the tackle and getting them up to a 3rd and 2 situation. It looks like they're going to try to run the football. And with that one being said, we're going to back Bush up here real quick. And I screwed that up because Bush should have been in the backfield for it, but I couldn't get myself off of Devin Bush. So they're going to pick up the 1st down with Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott able to move the ball. Their run game has been successful so far. We might have to get out of whatever they're trying to call for us and call some heavier sets, because right now they're really not, what they're giving us is not being successful. Good club move there. That's going to set Trubisky off. Devin Bush unable to make the tackle as Trubisky slides just before he gets to him. Trubisky doing a good job of spreading out this defense. They have yet to really make what I would consider to be a mistake here. Tried to come up and make the tackle with Gilbert. Trubisky does throw the ball away that time. We're going to call blitz this time around. We're going to bring Edmonds down for the coverage. They're going to draw, get stuck in a bit of an animation, which is going to give Elliott a couple more yards, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. And we're going to hit him with the blitz again, because that's what seems like it's working a little bit. And Devin Bush able to get in there and get the sack. That'll bring up the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys are going to have an opportunity here to kick the field goal and tie the game. And there you have it. The Dallas Cowboys tie the game at 10. We have a 10-10 ball game with roughly 1:57, or I should say roughly 2 minutes left in the first half. Pittsburgh's going to get the ball with a chance to go downfield and score. Dallas does get the ball at the start of the second half, so that is absolutely worth noting. Pittsburgh's pretty much got to utilize their time here to get a score and not give Dallas the ball back with any time themselves. Chase Claypool unable to get off his defender. The defender did a great job there of actually sticking to Chase Claypool like glue, basically. We are going to have a little bit of success here on this screenplay. McFarland's going to take it up to about the 34-yard line, which is going to bring up a 3rd and 3 situation. And we're going to go with the cross wheels. Actually, we're going to go with flood drive because I think it's open on the left side based on the coverage that I'm seeing. For whatever reason, Juju just got caught out in a weird animation. I really think it's worth going for it here, though. I need to get into a shotgun formation, and they're not going to give it to me, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call Curl Flat Salem. And we're going to put Juju on a slant. Just get him a nice little catch over the middle, which is going to work out fantastic for us. We're going to call hurry up offense on that one. Big Ben is going to get sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there. We are going to get an injury timeout, though. Juju Smith-Schuster cuts up the sideline for Big Ben, gets off the coverage, and does a fantastic job of adjusting on that play. Going to get the Steelers into scoring position, a lot of times running off the clock, so the Steelers have to be concerned about using their timeouts at this point. As the Cowboys continue to read those screen plays well, the Steelers are going to have to go away from those screens as this starts to progress. Anthony McFarland makes a nice grab. Pittsburgh's going to use one of their timeouts. They have 2 remaining, 34 seconds left. Going to throw that one away with Big Ben. Brings up a 4th and 2 situation. We've went for it once already on this drive. It's telling us to go for it again. I see no reason not to go for it one more time. I don't think I want to go with the run, though, but we'll see. I think it's worth it. There's 30 seconds left if we don't get this. And we do get it, but if we didn't get it, there wouldn't really be enough time for the Cowboys to go downfield and do much with it anyway. So it's worth going for it in that type of situation, I think. And that's going to bring up another opportunity here for the Steelers. We're going to put Gentry on a vert because he might be able to split the defense here. Unable to come back to the ball. Ben got hit as he threw on that play. This Dallas team is putting up quite the fight here against the Steelers. Juju unable to come down with that one. Steelers have to be looking for either the sidelines or the end zone pretty much at this point because of the way the timing has worked here on this drive. Ben Roethlisberger is going to miss his target. The Steelers are going to take a field goal here at the 43-yard line. And I think he's going to put it through. Yep, Chris Boswell able to put that one through the uprights. That gives the Steelers a 13-10 lead. With 7 seconds left before the half, the Steelers are just going to squib this one. Well, I selected the wrong option, but Dallas won't have basically any time to be able to do anything here. 4 seconds. They could take a Hail Mary if they choose to. It's a bit risky. I think it's risky for them to do this. We're going to utilize J.J. Watt. We're going to try to get a strip sack here. If we can get a strip sack, or better yet, an interception, we had a shot to bring it back. But that's not going to happen. We're going to move to the second half where the Dallas Cowboys are going to get the ball. 13-10. Cowboys are going to come out in a heavy formation. Elliott is going to find a hole and get about 5 on that play. Pittsburgh really hasn't stopped Elliott yet today. Good tackle on the edge there by Minkah Fitzpatrick. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 situation. Trubisky's going to find his tight end over the middle, up towards about the 45-yard line across midfield. Trubisky finding his targets here. Pittsburgh looking to bring some pressure. Trubisky finds his tight end once again, 4-yard gain. Gonna bring a corner blitz this time around. Trubisky gonna roll out. Steelers are gonna be able to tackle him, but unable to force that ball free. Trubisky does not decide to take a slide on that one. J.J. Watt gonna get close to getting a sack. Justin Lane decides to jump over him. I think it was Justin Lane there with the opportunity for the sack. Trubisky doing a good job of essentially preventing any sacks. We're going to have to consider putting a quarterback spy on here because he is rolling out quite a bit. I'm thinking Bud Dupree would be a good option for a QB spy. We have the quarterback spy on. He did not decide to come up. I was hoping that Bud Dupree would come up and rush the quarterback. We're going to put him on the QB spy one more time. Dumps it off to Ezekiel Elliott. They have a very interesting strategy going on here at this point in time. I really don't know what to make of it. Trying to get on Ulysses Gilbert so that he can stop. Devin Bush is going to lay a hit on Trubisky, but Trubisky able to take that ball in for a touchdown. Unfortunately, unable to switch on in time to bring the linebacker up. Trubisky running a lot on that drive, though, doing it with his legs, getting it done, getting the touchdown for the Cowboys, and giving them a lead here in the third quarter. Anthony McFarland unable to cut behind his guard. Gonna actually get tackled for a loss on that play. Chase Claypool with a first down catch, about 11 yards there. Ben Roethlisberger still does not technically have a touchdown. Actually, I kind of like the idea of doing no, because if I do the play action play, I feel like Van Der Esch is probably going to read that. We're going to get called for a penalty, probably a hold on the offensive line. Yep, that one's a hold on the left guard, Jarrett Patterson, rookie left guard. In the Super Bowl here, getting called for a penalty. You can't afford to have that, especially on a nice throw and catch like they had. Neither receiver able to catch that one. Thrown behind Juju Smith-Schuster, and I think Deontay Johnson then had a shot at it, was unable to grab it. Deontay Johnson, though, is going to pick up a lot of that yardage back that they lost on the penalty. I think we're going to put Juju Smith-Schuster on a streak here. Yep, we were able to read the defense. We saw there was a bit of a gap going on there. They weren't in man coverage, so Juju able to get open on that one. Albert O might be able to get open on this play. We'll see how this plays out. Ben Roethlisberger still underthrowing balls today. I don't know what's going on, but he's having a little bit of a struggle, honestly, right now to find his receivers accurately and on the run. Juju Smith-Schuster, X Factor is activated. He just picked up that X Factor prior to this game. Zach Gentry doing a nice job keeping the Steelers moving the chains. We're going to try to run the same play twice with the no hurry. A good catch by McFarland, and we're going to keep the hurry up offense going. I think we're going to call something slightly different here. Deontay Johnson able to make the grab, giving Big Ben Roethlisberger his first touchdown of the game, and giving the Steelers their lead back. It's going to be a 3-point lead once the Steelers kick the extra point. 20-17 at the end of the third quarter, essentially. We're getting to the fourth, and it is only a 3-point deficit. The Cowboys have shown their ability on offense to move the ball, whether it be Mitchell Trubisky doing it with his legs or Ezekiel Elliott doing it with his legs. They've got a powerful ground attack right now going on, and they're honestly not slouching in the pass game either. We're going to have to probably keep putting on a quarterback spy. Joe Hayden does a good job of making that tackle, forcing him out at the 32-yard line, but that does keep it within this quarter. Oh no, okay, because he went out of bounds. I thought that the clock would stop. That's not the case. And we're going to be brought to the fourth quarter. We're going to put TJ Watt on a blitz here. Nobody able to get off their blocks. The offensive line for the Cowboys doing work today. We're going to go with man coverage this time around. Good coverage there by Joe Hayden in the slot, able to prevent them from getting any more than about 3 yards. We are going to go with a blitz this time around. We're going to bring Edmonds down into the box to cover the safety. Trubisky's going to take off once again. Steelers are going to get a hold of him again, but he's going to hold on to the ball. 6 rushes, 61 yards for Trubisky. They've been unable to get to him whenever they're sending the blitz, though they have been getting pressure and forcing him out of the pocket. This time they are able to get the hit on Trubisky. He's going to be unable to get out of the pocket. They're just going to keep rolling with pressure because that seems like the way to go right now. Trubisky does a nice job of audibling there. He finds his receiver. He saw the man coverage. He saw the blitz. Audibles to the slant and finds Amari Cooper for the touchdown. That's going to give Dallas a 24-20 lead. 7:09 left in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time, but Pittsburgh's got to go down and answer, try to take the lead back. And, you know, honestly, got to try to prevent Dallas from getting the ball back because they've been able to pretty much move the ball downfield at will. Potentially the strongest part of this Pittsburgh Steelers team this season has been the defense, and so far today they haven't been able to get it done against the Cowboys. Gonna try another screen pass here. None of the linemen decide to block, though Patterson is going to pick the ball up and advance it. Picking up a face mask on the defense, that's going to help the Steelers out tremendously, moving them up to all the way to the 41-yard line and putting them in range to strike again. Claypool with a catch and a first down. Ben Roethlisberger gonna roll out of the pocket, unable to find any of his receivers. Cowboys had pretty tight man coverage that time around. Anthony McFarland gets a little bit tackled before the ball gets there. They're not going to call a pass interference, though the Steelers did attempt to draw that call. This time around, we're going to call Juju on a slant. Try to get our main man open over the middle. And Juju's going to drop that one. That's going to bring up a 4th and 10 situation where I think the Steelers are going to have to go for it. They're able to find Anthony McFarland. Takes him down to the 31-yard line. They have a lot of guts there going for it on 4th and 10. 4th and 10, not typically a down you see people go for it on, but this is a Super Bowl high stakes. You need to be able to make those conversions whenever it counts. And Big Ben, no other than Big Ben. Deontay Johnson's going to get hurt. And that's going to be problematic because Deontay Johnson was the 3rd leading receiver for this team this season. And that potentially creates an issue where they're going to have to bring in a rookie at wide receiver. They're going to have Claypool and Juju on the outside, but Pittsburgh's going to be sporting Rondale Moore as the number 3 wide receiver this time around. Good coverage there by Leighton Vander Esch. Mitchell Trubisky, bruised forearm, low chance of re-injury. We got to get everybody on the field. We got to play here. We're going to put Juju on a slant this time because I think the middle of the field is open. Juju able to catch it between a lot of people there. There was a lot of congestion going on, but he's able to make that catch. We're going to go inside zone with Anthony McFarland and attempt to just pick up the yard that we need, and he's able to get it. We're going to get a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line this time. We've had a lot of distant 1st and goal situations here today. I think it's worth doing a halfback dive here. James Conner gonna find his way into the end zone and gives Pittsburgh the lead once again. 3:59 left on the clock. You got to be thinking the Steelers are trying to prevent the Cowboys from having the ball again, but they have 3:59, 3 timeouts. They have more than enough time to take this ball downfield and make something happen. I guess the real game here is going to be clock management. If Pittsburgh can prevent them from either scoring or prevent them from eating up the entire clock, if they do happen to score, then I guess that would be the way to go. We're going to call a blitz here. They're going to audible, so we're going to just reset the play and take Hayden to the right part of the field. Devin Bush does a good job on the solid tackle there. Bring Minkah Fitzpatrick down into the box. Devin Bush and I believe it's Ulysses Gilbert or Minkah Fitzpatrick with a nice play there. We're going to have to bring Minkah down. And I think the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is going to come up clutch there with the all-out blitz. They gambled on the run when the Cowboys have been doing well passing in those short yardage situations, and they're going to force the stop and force Dallas to punt the ball away. Rondale Moore doing a nice job on the return, managed to break a tackle and evade a couple other guys. Takes the ball back to about the 28-yard line. Gives the Steelers the ball with an opportunity to close things out if they can play their cards correctly. McFarland gonna get 2 on the play. Not a lot of yards to be had in the rushing game here today for the Steelers. Gonna bring up the 2-minute warning, so we're in territory where Dallas may be forced to use their timeouts. And we're going to go call halfback power O. I think that this is a good opportunity to potentially use it. We're actually going to go with the halfback dive because I like the idea of potentially having a lead blocker, and that's going to give James Conner a 1st down. We made the right call on that one, and we're going to force Dallas to use their timeouts at this point. Have to be careful running at Leighton Vander Esch. There's always the risk that any one of these linebackers really could force a fumble. Gonna go halfback lead dive once again. Flipping it to the right side. And James Conner is going to get the yardage. Now the question becomes, do the Steelers attempt to pass the football here on 3rd down and put the game out of reach? It depends on what play we have. We're going to go cross wheels. And they go to Gentry. Jarrett Patterson is injured on the play, but that's going to end the game. Gentry, of all targets to go to there, not necessarily the most reliable receiver, but Big Ben saw a little bit of separation, and Leighton Vander Esch was there. He was hoping that Leighton Vander Esch wouldn't make the play. He did not, and that is going to pretty much put this game away. Pittsburgh's going to run the ball a couple times here with an opportunity to burn out the clock. James Conner is going to get yet another 1st down, and that's going to put the game away. With 1 minute left, Pittsburgh picks up their final 1st down. And they're going to come out in the victory formation. Big Ben is going to take one more kneel. Will it be the last play of Big Ben Roethlisberger's career? We expected him to potentially retire last year, and he didn't. He came back this year on the MVP hunt. He won his MVP award. Is he going to stick around for one more year, or is he going to retire? You guys will have to see whenever we do our off-season recap. But that's the story to follow. What's going to happen with Big Ben Roethlisberger after he finished his record book with an MVP award and with a Super Bowl here? Pittsburgh caps it off with another Super Bowl win, another fantastic season, a 27-24 victory. And Dallas put up a heck of a fight. We're going to wait and see who is potentially the player of the game here, who's the MVP award. As you guys can see, Big Ben shaking hands there. Big Ben, Mike Tomlin, all the guys giving a lot of respect to a team that fought, had a great game here against the Cowboys. Probably as good of a game as we had against the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs game might have been a little bit better there in the playoffs, but great performances all around here on both sides. I think Mitchell Trubisky played out of his mind. An absolute gem of a game from Trubisky. I mean, he took a few massive hits. He never fumbled the ball. He was able to get that rushing touchdown and take his team downfield a couple times. Ezekiel Elliott with a great game, but nothing can be said more than for the Steelers and how well they played. Player of the game is going to go to James Conner. 55 yards on 10 carries, a 5.5 average, and 2 touchdowns. What an effort there by James Conner. James Conner with a good performance. Not a lot of room on the ground today. Between McFarland and James Conner, I don't even think they had 100 yards on the ground. They weren't really able to contribute in the screen game because of how talented the front seven is of the Cowboys. The Cowboys were able to sniff it out almost every single time that they ran it, and pretty much prevented the Steelers from utilizing that game. Forced Big Ben to throw the ball downfield. Pretty much forced the Steelers to test their secondary, and they were able to come out victorious. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you guys in the next one. We'll see you in the off season. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good night.